So you're looking for a new coffee maker and you're not sure exactly which one you want to get, but you've heard that some of these automatic pour over ones are pretty amazing. Well, let's take a look at the Moccamaster by Technivorm. Now, this is a machine that hasn't been updated much in quite a long time, and that's for good reason. So today I'm going to tell you my favorite things about it, but let's go ahead and get started making a cup of coffee. I have my water in here. It goes all the way up to 10 cup coffee. And one of the special things about this, we'll get talking as it's going, is first off, let's see, we use these filters. I've read somewhere that when you fold it like that, it fits better inside of this container, which actually works really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stuff it right down there into that container. And then I got my coffee already measured out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pour that in there. And one of the things that I really like about this is that, give it a little shake to level it out, toss it in there, and once it's in there, all you gotta do is go ahead. You have a selector here, you can go for the half carafe or the full carafe. Now that takes the same amount as far as the time for this to be going through. It's gonna automatically stop after it goes through all the water. The difference is that with the half carafe, it slows it down a little bit. So it disperses the water over a smaller amount of coffee. Different. Now, I usually don't use this, which is why we can actually see there's quite a bit of coffee splashes right there and right up there on top where the boiling water is about to come down. But this does can fit right on top of that, and it blocks those splashes. Now we'll go ahead and get going. We know that we have the water being sucked down into a copper core, and it's just a very simple machine that it works, the way that it works, but it's consistent and it brews this coffee pretty quickly. So if you read the Technivorm site, it does say that you're not supposed to go stir this in. That's part of the brewing process. Now, most people, after a certain point, they'll go in and they'll stir around this first step. Obviously not with their finger, because they can get burned, but they'll go in and they'll stir that around to mix it around. But after the full amount of minutes, on their site, they said, unless you're getting dry afterwards, you should just leave it alone. But what's gonna happen is it's gonna start soaking up and get all that. It does take around 6 minutes for it to go through the whole thing. And just go ahead and it starts pouring down through that little bit right there, which is activated. There's a little trigger right there that when you slide the pitcher in, it pushes it up, which then goes down. If I pull this out, it will stop the coffee dripping, which we don't want to do that right now, but it will, because that little trigger right there moves. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this right on the coffee being made, and we'll get back to you after we're done. Now, one of the valuable things about the Technivorm is the way that the pipe goes down all the way to the bottom, so the coffee is automatically mixed in because the new coffee is coming in at the bottom, so it stirs it on its way. All right, not sure if you heard it tick off there, but it did a little tick, and I think what it does is it realizes there's not enough water. Maybe there's a little overheat trigger or something, and you know, not technically overheat. Now, this is right here a hot plate. That hot plate's going to go on for 100 minutes. After 100 minutes, this will click back over. That means that right now, that's how we turn it on. It also means that the hot plate is on. And here's our coffee. It's going to be finishing draining down into there. Again, I didn't stir this at all. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's just up to my choice. Now I'm also using the Baratza Encore Baratza grinder. So I think this is at a setting of around an 18. But one of the things, okay, here's some of the things I super like about this. It makes coffee fast. It uses filters that taste like a good pour over. This stuff is easy to remove. It's probably burning hot right now. This easily pops off. And since it is, just pops right off. And once it pops right off, we can clean that. Obviously that's gonna cool down pretty quick. We can clean that. That's just a tube of metal. So it easily pops right on there, pops right off. Don't recommend taking that off this quick, but it makes it easy to clean. It makes it easy to put right back on. So it's a pressure seal. And there you go, that's it. Love this machine, high quality, good stuff. It's been a classic design for a long time, so it looks good too. Take care.